when I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this.
It's Madden NFL 23, and coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers under the lights on Thursday night.
A bit of a chill in the air, and temps supposed to drop about 10 more degrees, but otherwise a great night for football here in Uptown Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Throwing to start the drive. Henderson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of, and right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down, now here's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Henderson. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Newton on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun snap for Newton. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running around and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run again with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. It's showtime, baby.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to get this down near the 25. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Second and 2. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's brought down. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really spot point where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Henderson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Henderson. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding, offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs them up for another 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Henderson to the right side and complete to Thomas. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. This a 31-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Newton. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be the Panthers' ball, first and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has it in for the first.
The quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down inside the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down. Henderson steps away to his left. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or the left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
To throw on second down, Henderson looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montravius Adams able to get him for a loss of about 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Back to throw. Henderson complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Henderson looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. On 4th down, Henderson throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Completes this one to Pickens. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Newton. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Newton to throw. His throw incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Newton throwing again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Henderson. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Henderson. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Henderson. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new
downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to run the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Newton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
first down, and they go back to Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the tripping. Right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 2nd and inches, Newton. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Play action. It's Newton. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To the air again, Newton. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Harris diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. Boswell for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Henderson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cannon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On the draw, it's Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Newton now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Newton. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Newton. It's Najee Harris. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Henderson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Henderson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Henderson. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough.
I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again here with Hubbard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it right.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Steelers down by 7. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Newton. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Newton. That's to Freiermuth. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Newton to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
One last throw here for Newton. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.